Hello there, dear listeners. We know that many of you are enjoying our playthrough of Masks of Nyarlathotep right now, and we still have a lot of that campaign left to go. This isn't the only Call of Cthulhu campaign that Matthew Dawkins has been our keeper for, however, and over on our Patreon you can hear him lead myself, Craig, and Hjalmar through the classic campaign Shadows of Yog-Sothoth. We dropped the first episode to this series as a teaser in our main feed back in late 2023, and you can find a link to that episode in the show notes. To give you even more, we would like to share the second episode as well, and if that isn't enough, you can head over onto our Patreon, back us on the $5 level, and then binge all 39 episodes in one go. There are tons of other series there as well, from games like KULT, Divinity Lost, Warhammer 40k, Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, and Blade Runner, and it's honestly the support that we get there that keeps the show going. We would appreciate it a lot if you would check out our Patreon and consider backing us, but for now, please enjoy Shadows of Yog-Sothoth.
I understand that. That's what I'm writing. That's what we're gonna write. I'll make sure.
Let me see what you've written.
Well, I mean, do you read shorthand?
I can do a damn good job.
I will show her my notes that, have all the details down, no opinions, but...
You haven't written anything in the margin like probable kook case or probable affair?
No, I have not, but only because I don't write that sort of thing down. I keep that all in my head. No, the shorthand quite literally will have things like his name, where he was last seen, maybe Silver Twilight Lodge, Mason member, that sort of thing. Quite brief and vague, really.
Right, well, she hands it back. I would prefer you keep that opinion to yourself and out of the papers. Not that I can't control what you write or publish, Mr. Sullivan, but my husband is missing. He's been gone for close to 48 hours now, and no one has seen him. His practice is worried. I think they're leaving it to me to report it. And the police don't give a double damn about any of this.
I let out a long sigh. I do have a habit for putting my foot in my mouth occasionally. Again, I just talk too quick. And I try and clear my throat as I say, Mrs. Clark, I understand. Hey, we're going to put it in the paper, and you know what? When things go in the paper, that makes it harder for the cops to ignore it, right? You know how it goes. Like, the second it's in the news, their bosses, they're on it. So, I promise, I'll write a good article. I have to do this by tonight anyway. This will be in the paper, the broadsheets, let's say, maybe tomorrow, maybe day after tomorrow, and I assure you, we're going to put the picture up, and someone's going to call in. Someone's going to give us a ring or send in a letter, and it will bring awareness. Okay? Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Solomon, I'm sorry I lost my temper with you.
No, my fault. I stumble over my words sometimes.
Do you have any questions? Anything that might... I'm trying to think something that might be able to help people.
I mean, I don't know. Unfortunately, this is where someone like a cop or a detective would be better. I'm just a journalist. I tell you what, though, it is a little strange that his buddies are all stonewalling you. That's a little weird. They should be trying to help you out. So I'll talk with my editor. Maybe we can spin something on that. Something like this is what happens when you are part of these so-called orders. They abandon you. That could be a good headline.
Well, if you think it'll draw eyes, I vote in favor of that.
Okay. Well, tell you what. I think that's enough. If I need any more, I'll contact you. But I think I've got enough to get at least the word out, and your husband.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Sullivan. I really do. I don't know what else to do. Short of shouting it from the rooftops.
I know. Sometimes it's hard to get a voice heard, ain't it? But that's what papers are for. Telling people the truth. Getting the word out.
I've always been a firm reader of the Globe.
Oh, the Globe is a good one, isn't it? I'm very proud to be working for it. Been working for them now a couple of years now. Well,
I'll look forward to seeing James's face in the paper, I guess. Hopefully he'll come home and it won't be necessary, but... with your permission, of course.
sometimes a photo of the the person, in this case yourself, can get a bit of sympathy. They see you.
Oh, no. I'd really rather.
No, of course.
No,
of course.
I don't want to make the story about me, Mr. Sullivan. If that, I mean, I trust your professional judgment. I mean, what do you think? I must look a complete horror show.
Oh, I think you look pretty as a picture, man. But again, I respect your opinion. No worries. I'll be heading off then. Thank you so much for the coffee and trying to have a good rest of your day. I'll be getting on this as soon as I can.
Thank you. I mean that. Thank you so much.
Not a problem. And I will attempt to put my hat back on and finish the coffee and get back to my car, thinking of how exactly to write this story. I can't really be too subjective. It is simply a missing persons report, and of course, any more than that's up to my editor. I'd love to write some scandalous details, but that's not exactly my job.
Yeah, as a journalist, what you can do is find out some local colour about the man, if he indeed has been community-spirited, being able to add things like he opened this particular hall, or he helped out at this particular charity, but that's all just context. It isn't adding anything of substance to the article, and that's what you're lacking. All you know is that, apparently, he was last seen around 2:30 in the morning 2 days ago.
Exactly, and at the end of the day, unfortunately, I am not a cop. It's not my job to find out what's actually happened, simply to report it. Granted, that stuff about this Mason order is a little strange. I mean, I know about Masonic orders, of course. They're all very hush-hush, definitely hiding a lot. Man, I'd love to get a proper expose on that, but, well... Order of Silver Twilight. It definitely sounds like one of those new, what do they call them, spiritualist things where everyone gets round, says kumbaya, but it's all in Latin. I don't know. It's all very popular with the kids these days. Well, popular with my age group, actually. Luckily for me, my father taught me real stuff, and most of it's a lot less interesting than you'd think.
It's a few hours later that you're back at your newspaper offices, and that you have passed your rough draft of this article over to your colleague, whose name, in fact, by the time you are back at your office and you passed your rough article to your colleague Patty Wish, another journalist, she's just scanning through it. Yeah, I think that looks good to show it to the editor. Take it to Horace's office, see what he thinks.
You sure about it? It's a bit dull. I
think the photo might give it something, a little more. Maybe if you could play up the mysterious nature of what's...
That's what I was thinking. This, Order of the Silver Twilight,
Well, that's it. You might be able to spin this off into an expose on secret societies. You might be able to... whatever the case is with this James Clark, you might be able to end up prying some of these Silver Twilight people out of the woodwork when they come forward to defend themselves, or...
Yeah, that might happen, because I was thinking, that's what I've written, nothing too crazy. I've just sort of said, aren't these people supposed to watch out for each other? What's the point of being in a rich man's club if, there aren't any benefits?
Well... Good luck with Horace. He's looking for print, so imagine this is a shoo-in.
Well, I hope so, Patty. I really need that page 14 by tomorrow. My bank account is looking... I spent an awful lot of money on my new camera. I'm not getting to use it!
I'll keep all my fingers crossed, which will make typing difficult, but I'll keep them crossed for you.
Cheers, Patty. You're a doll. Okay, I guess I'll go.
You spend... 5 minutes sat outside Horace Joyce's office. This is the ritual. You pass him your type, he reviews it without you looking over him, and then he calls you in with a yes, a no, or this is what needs changing. Usually, if he's very unhappy with what you've written, he will bellow your name.
So I guess this is a good sign so far. I'm a little anxious. I've made myself another cup of coffee. I've made sure to make sure my shirt is nice and neat and tidy. He hates it when I have a dirty shirt, which is often. and I wait impatiently.
Time ticks by. Sullivan! Come in.
Yes, sir, Mr. Joyce, sir. Coming in.
Take a seat.
I go into his office, take a seat. How's he looking? Angry or indifferent?
Indifferent is probably the best way to describe it, yeah. Maybe, actually, that's a good question. Could I ask for a psychology roll from you, please?
That is a 39 over 10, so that's a failure.
Do you want to spend a luck point and re-roll? Bear in mind, of course, if you do and you fail, it will then become a critical failure. So you can just accept the basic failure.
I shall accept the basic failure. I'm actually not at all good at reading people.
He frowns, passes you back the article that you've written with the photo attached. Gonna have to ask you to spike this one, Sullivan.
I raise my eyebrow, slightly surprised, because normally he's the opposite. He hates it when I try and spike things up, especially when I do it, so I'm actually pleasantly surprised. But I try and hide it. I mean, sure, I can make it a bit more I didn't want to go too crazy.
No, spike it, Sullivan. As in, no, it's not getting printed.
Oh! Oh? Well, not good enough?
This ain't a story. Go, Now, this is very unusual, because you're running close to deadline, and you have nothing to fill your column on page 14. I think Mildred down at a front desk has got some animal show going on the east side. If you rush, you can get there. If you don't, make some stuff up about how Fuzzykins was a cuddly cat or something like that.
Really, boss? I mean, hell, I know it's not much, but even at the baseline, it's something. I just worry I mean...
Is my word not final, Solomon?
No, Mr. Joyce. You're the boss. I do as you say. Yeah, no, all right, animal piece. You got it, boss. I'll get on it.
All right. Yeah, don't, if this kook calls again, don't take her calls. Got that?
Yeah, sure, boss. I get you. I look visibly disappointed, and I honestly feel a little guilty. I don't want to stiff the lady, but it doesn't look like I'm going to have a choice.
And now, as you return to your desk, Patty is there, sat on the edge of it. She looks at you, hopeful. Well?
He fucking hated it, Patty. I don't know why, but he fucking hated it. I've got to write some animal piece instead. He wants the whole thing spiked.
Whoa. There's a guy out front, says he's been to the cops, they wouldn't listen to him. At first I thought some drunk off the street or what have you. And then he mentioned this Order of the Silver Twilight that was in your article.
Say what?
Maybe you can turn this around with Joyce if you get some more substance behind it. He's still out there. I told him that there was a journalist investigating this story already, or something like it, so I think he's waiting to meet you.
Gee, Patty. You gotta be... How many times I gotta tell you to be careful of that sort of thing? If Joyce found out you were just that count as a leak.
Oh, he's a blowout. He's only got another 2 years left on the job. I've got my eye on the ladder. Look, you got to make the stories where you can. If we leave it all the way up until deadline, there's nothing else to print. He'll print it, and if you've got something worth printing, if you've got something from this guy out there as well, what choice does he have? He's not going to leave a big blank quarter of a page, is he?
I scratch my cheek a little as I say, so wait, you're saying, completely unprompted, you've got some person outside and they were asking questions about the Order of Silver Twilight. Those were exact words.
Not this Clark fella. He was talking about this young couple, a Carstairs. I don't remember the other one. Anyway, you go out there. He's a scruffy looking fellow. Looks like he hasn't eaten a proper meal in weeks. Very cold to look at, but I don't think he's an addict or anything like that. I know I'm not exactly filling you with confidence. Just head downstairs, speak to him.
Oh.
Listen, you don't have much time, so there's no point hanging around arguing with me, is there?
Well, you got me there, Paddy. Okay, you'll cover, right? You'll cover, just in case Joyce comes sniffing.
Yes, well, I'll say you've gone off to the animal show.
Oh, I frown, but it does occur to me that if someone outside does have more information, then that's a better story. And if I can then make this more than just a missing husband story, but a missing people story, well, that's something that Joyce surely has to look into, so I guess I've got nothing to lose. So I get up, put my hat on, and say, all right, I'm going. Outside, you said?
Yeah, well, in reception.
And I will head down to reception as quick as I can with my pencil and pad.
Which is where Edgar is just about to leave, because, quite frankly, Edgar, you have now been waiting for this phantom journalist to descend the staircase and speak to you for... It hasn't been that long, but it feels like a long time. With the police apparently not taking you seriously, and now the newspaper leaving you hanging, you're even beginning to doubt yourself. But then down comes this plucky young spark of a journalist, affixing his hat atop his head. And you know that he is looking for you.
I stand there and I'm kind of kicking my own feet, trying to force some warmth into him. Feels like my body's still chilled to the bone. And I see him come rushing down, and I got the feeling that these guys, he's got his eyes on me. And I just stand there, waiting to see if this is the case.
I look around, notice the only person who looks out of place must be the person I'm looking for, and I head over, tip my hat, and offer a hand and a handshake. Hello there, sir. Sorry, I hear you're looking to make a report of some sort? I'm Sullivan. Danny Sullivan. For pleasure.
Mr. Sullivan, my name is Edgar Roy Eagling.
Mr. Eagling, wonderful.
You gonna hear me out?
Sure, definitely. Tell you what, let's duck into the... Can I get you a coffee?
Yeah, please.
Tell you what, I'll go get you a coffee. You duck into this side room over here. I say, looking for a room I know won't be occupied right now, so this is all out of the way.
I'm a big reader. The Boston Globe.
Oh yeah, you enjoy it? It's one of the dandiest fan papers in Boston, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, it is. I was thinking that maybe I should go to some of the smaller ones, but you've been known to sometimes pick up things that maybe smaller things. I don't know if there's probably nothing that you would care much about, but it's missing people, and it's some friends of mine. I didn't know where else to turn. Police didn't seem interested, so...
Hey, you know how it is. Sometimes when it comes to missing persons, those cops, you need to give them a bit of a shake. You need to slap them around the face, figuratively speaking, and make them understand that the people are concerned. So of course you've come to the right place. Let me grab you that coffee, and I'll be right back. And I'll quickly go to grab a very quick coffee for this man and myself, and meet him in this little side office.
Well, you seem like okay. Yeah, you seem you seem like you're looking for a scoop.
Who isn't in this town? Who isn't? So my colleague says missing persons, and so they said you mentioned something about an Order of the Silver Twilight. What's that all about?
I kind of lick my teeth, looking at you, trying to figure out if you gonna make fun of me or not. Yeah. See, there was going to this fancy club up in Cambridge, some sort of nice, large kind of place. I was invited, but couldn't go at the time. But these are, pretty upstanding people. The names are Landon Castairs and Lois Wild. Both gonna go out on the night. They were quite they were a bit bent, a bit ossified. You know, they were going for it. They were eager to party. You know what I mean.
Yeah, these are your friends. Sorry, sir. What's line of work are you in? I say, pausing, trying to assess what manner of job he could have from his look, and probably failing.
I'm into stocks. Mostly.
Oh, stocks, and these friends of yours were similar stock holders.
Well, they come from industrial lobster canning and the things.
Oh, very nice. I say as I'm scribbling everything down. He's saying nice and quick in shorthand.
Factory. The big names in a row. If you look around, you'll find that the parents quite well off. So not just they don't just go anywhere. You know, we go to invitations. That's what we do.
Well, yeah, I mean that's what I heard about this order, that they might be up there with like the Freemasons and one of those.
Yeah, Freemasons, exactly. That's what they said too. But I couldn't just. You not just couldn't come that day, so I was. They were leaving, and so we were gonna meet up the next day. We were gonna talk about things and see what this place was like. Didn't show.
It didn't show, and how long ago was that?
It was 2 weeks ago now.
2 weeks ago, I see, sir. And you said you went to the cops, and they just told you to take a hike.
Well, they didn't. Yeah, you mean they was laughing at me as I left.
They have a habit of doing that in this town. No, sir. No. I believe you.
Yeah.
Why the hell would you lie about your friends going missing?
Yeah,
Okay, you
this
got
particularly this one of them. His name is Eddie Flatty. Yeah, one of the cops. Yeah, he was making a real, rolling his eyes and everything. You know, he's if you want to point something out, you gotta ask him. See what he thinks. He's gonna play it down. And
Oh
maybe,
yeah, sure. I'll that's something I'll definitely do. I say, writing none of that down, because even I'm not foolish enough to attack a police officer by name in an article. That's the sort of thing that gets you either fired or missing in a river around here. So I won't actually write that down, but I'll pretend to.
I look pleased that you do that. Yeah, so that's them. Again, 2 weeks gone. I've been trying to figure out a bit about this order. It's not anywhere. It's not in the lifestyle and society pages. I'm not seeing in anything. They normally mention these Freemasons and other art clubs and orders going on and special invitations.
Didn't they say some sort of address in Cambridge?
Yeah, they said that, but there's nowhere else. I mean, what am I gonna do? Walk around Cambridge looking for places? It'll take me a month or more. So thinking I'll come to you, say like, you put these names in, see what somebody has heard. The families are all clamped up. They don't want to say anything to me, and I know these people. We good friends. I lie. Friends of the family, and they just seemed to say, and he was busy and things. But I wouldn't know because I meet with these people regularly. I meet with all kinds of people all over.
Oh,
all over town.
I get you, Mr. Eating. I get you. I get you. Slow down. You need to write this all down. No. You know what? I'm going to share something with you. Can't give you all the details, but I can tell you this. I've heard some other people bringing up missing persons and this order. So, I mean, that's at least free off the bat, meaning I might be able to make a story out of this, sir. I might be able to make a story out of this. Strange, new, hermetic order, a danger to society, up to something, people going missing. If you're out, we'd be taking your name, and the names of your friends, of course. You got any photos? Or your photo would do, actually.
You saying other people gone missing, and you heard about this order before?
Oh, yes, I can't share my sources, of course, but yes.
You don't need to share your sources, but who else has gone missing?
Oh, I can't really say that. It'd be a bit disrespectful, but are you... Well,
it'll be in the article?
Yes, it will. And then it's out there. It's all approved, so.
Well, I'll be waiting eagerly to hear more. Hear about more. It's not, it's not close friends. No one has close friends in this city, but I kind of want to know.
No, of course you do. Peace of mind. No, I tell you what, hey, if these people are responsible for making people go missing, people need to know about that. Hell, I might even be able to get a follow-up article on this if the police actually take an interest, finally. We'll see how that goes, but I can definitely... I'm gonna write this story for you. I swear this story is getting written no matter what my editor says. Besides, if I time it right, you won't be able to do anything about it. Yeah, let's do it. Missing people in Boston. Suspicious order. Responsible. Hell, that's not so bad, is it?
Yeah. So that'll put pressure on him. Yeah.
Exactly. That's how it works. If you tell the right stories, the cops, they have to act.
Yeah. All right, that's good. Yeah, I'll look forward to you printing that. When is it gonna come out?
Well, maybe if we're lucky tomorrow, day after tomorrow. You know how it is with the presses.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
Thank you, Mr. Eagling. Are you okay? Your coffee not too cold?
This is actually pretty nice. Yeah, not too bad.
Thank you. Well, you know where to find me. Yeah, you'll see the story in the paper. If you hear anything else, let me know. Hell, I probably won't have time today, but if I find out anything, I can let you know too. Have you got an address?
Yeah, sure. And I write it down on another piece of paper. This is where you find me. Yeah. If you wanna go deeper into this, I know a lot of people. So, if we start together asking around, or if you need access perhaps to some places where you normally can't go, might be able to help you out. I'm quite, I don't look it, but, I get around a lot. I hear a lot of things, so...
Well, I'll take your word for it, Mr. Eagling, but sure. Oh, yeah, we can sort this later, but you go home, try and relax, if you hear any... I mean, did they say anything about what the kind of order it actually is? Any big names that they drop or something like that?
No, they only mentioned the Freemasons, but they didn't seem to really know themselves. Some kind of, I just guess, a gentleman's club. At first I thought it was a petting party, but, it's... does seem like it's a bit above that. Yeah.
Petting parties, they're... quite something, ain't they? Not that I get many invites. Oh well. I don't get out much myself. Too busy working, Mr. Eagling.
Well, you do a good work here, and maybe I'll show you around sometime. Yeah?
Sure, Mr. Eagling. Why not? Anyway, I'm gonna need to let you go, because I got a deadline, but I'm gonna try and redo this story, and I think we got something here. I hope so.
Yes, something's going on. And if they don't publish it, then come back anyway, and we'll talk. And whatever other names you got, we get into this and we figure this out. Yeah.
Well, sure, though, if you can pay my wage.
Yeah, well, you gotta do something to work, right? And I think to myself about how I detest working.
And with that, I will shake your hand firmly and rush off, eager to reprint the story, or rewrite it, because now I've got 2 names, 2 people. Okay, we're changing the spin on this. We can do this. This is Suspicious New Organization, Shocking Boston, fine upstanding people disappearing, 3 names, a lawyer, people involved in stocks and shares. Are the rich safe in our city? This is gonna get some attention. The rich people care all the time when they're affected. Surely this makes page 14. Come on.
Yeah, myself, I do get up and feel exhausted. Been all over the city in one day, and I'm not usually even up at this time of day. And talking this much, it's just too much. I just want to prove that it's not about me. It's not that they're getting away from me. I'm I'm a fun guy. Everybody loves me. I show up and I make a fun show. They're not dodging me, telling myself as I leave the Boston Globe behind.
Detective Moore, you've been at the station performing your research into the Order of the Silver Twilight, into these two people. Tell me, what kind of information have you been looking for while the day has been proceeding and Flaherty has been out pounding pavement?
Well, we do know that at least Miss Wilde had a history of, well, encounters with the law, let's say. So I'm checking to see if there's a file, first of all, on both of these people and what that file might have entailed. Then any kind of registrations around this Order of the Silver Twilight, anything either in our archives or perhaps I will head over to City Hall and see what I can find out from their archives. Anything that might give some insight into who actually created this order and who's running it, who's behind it, those kinds of things.
Could I ask for a library use roll from you? I will give you a plus 20 to your library use because you've specified exactly what you're looking for.
Yes. So I roll 22, and with this bonus, my skill is 40. So yes, I make it.
Yeah. Very good. You do some good digging. And it isn't easy to find anything on the subject of the Order of the Silver Twilight, not at first, but you work backwards from Lois Wilde. Yeah, Flaherty wasn't joking. She hasn't just been picked up a few months ago. She has a whole string of low-level arrests, typically for drunken behaviour, indecency, causing breaches of the public peace, generally disrupting city events. She is largely an embarrassment to her family at this point. And on more than one occasion, the Boston PD has been called to essentially arrest her and lock her away in a psychiatric institution. You're not a doctor. You can't attest to whether she actually has a condition or not. But this is by far not a rarity for a wealthy family. If they want to handle someone who's causing a little too much of a stir, one of the best places to put them is in an asylum or sanitarium until they cool off, until the drugs make their way out of their system, and then they can be slowly reintroduced to polite society until they go off the deep end again. Lois Wilde has lived a life like that. As for Landon Carstairs, you are likewise able to figure out much of what Flaherty mooted. He is the scion, the eldest son of the Carstairs docking workers group. They are a bunch of stevedores. Originally, they would handle the loading and offloading of product from ships coming in from the east. And Philip Carstairs made a lot of money in that racket, which Landon Carstairs is set to inherit should his father expire anytime soon. Landon has not had the same kind of work ethic as his father. Much as is often the case, he has decided to enjoy the fruits of his father's labour, rather than actually aspiring to match his industriousness. Landon Carstairs isn't in the legal record, but does appear in the papers quite a lot as a member of high society, someone who is always at parties, always schmoozing, and is mooted to be part of an underground alcohol ring. Not smugglers necessarily, but certainly enjoyers of booze that's coming in from either the other side of the Atlantic or from the north. Then you get to the actual Order of the Silver Twilight. And as I say, you weren't able to find much about them. But looking up Lois Wilde and looking up Landon Carstairs, you did find that it seems Philip Carstairs, his father, was involved in the formation of a putative society in Boston at the end of last year. This group, which was simply at that time called the Hermetic Order, he was forming with one Carl Stanford and one John Scott. Beyond that, there is nothing else, other than to say that they intended to establish their lodge in Cambridge. This Hermetic Order has a sovereign charter, which is to say, it's like a motto, a standard, and the charter is, in the registration document, all men of human blood and mind are considered equally humble in the eyes of our Lord. It sounds quite like a secret Christian order like the Rosicrucians. But yeah, beyond that, there's nothing in the papers, nothing in the city. It's just an article of registration so that they can use this building for a specific function, namely the Hermetic Order. But with all that information discovered, and you get back to the station, expecting Flaherty will be back before you because he rarely spends too long out. I mean, he's getting on to his middle age, and it is a freezing day, so you expected him to be out for 2, maybe 3 hours at most. He's not back.
That is odd. Perhaps something happened on the way. He got stuck in traffic or something along those lines.
Or in the snow, maybe. You see one of your fellow detectives. You can see, Albert Connor. He is just over the way, typing up a report himself. He catches your glance. Hey, everything all right there, Lou?
You haven't happened to see Flaherty around?
Not since he left this morning. No, he ain't been back in.
Huh, that's strange.
Yeah, I mean, if I see him, I'll say you were looking.
Yeah, that'd be great. Look, I'm gonna head out and see if I can catch up with him. I've made some findings in what we were looking for, so I anyways want to talk to him.
You sure? He points up at the clock. Your shift's coming to a close. I mean, he may just head home.
Well, he might. I might actually stop by there first, just to make sure he's all right.
Yeah. All right, well, see you tomorrow then, Lou.
See you. And, I bring my notes that I've made of everything I've found today. It's, of course, quite interesting, all this. I mean, Carstairs and Wild, it seems like they were kind of what they were made out to be. They were people who were just enjoying life and probably were embarrassments to their rich parents. Nothing particularly strange about that, and I could certainly imagine why they wouldn't be searched for actively. And then this Hermetic Order there, like, his father was involved in creating that, and that became the Order of the Silver Twilight? I don't know, there's some kind of connection there. There's something that's not quite adding up. But perhaps if I put this together with whatever Flaherty will have found, this will all make sense, but I first need to find him. And, I'll start heading for Cambridge after I've stopped by at his apartment. I do know where he lives, right?
Yeah, you know where Flaherty makes his house with his wife and kids. So you make your way there. Edgar, as you are trudging through the snow on the way back to your abode, can I ask you to make a listen roll, please? It's getting dark, of course. It's a winter month, but there's not much sound of traffic or indeed people around. The snow has thankfully abated, so while it is thick on the ground, it is not blowing in your face in a flurry or anything like that.
Well, I get a 61 over 22, so it's not very good.
Do you want to spend a point of luck and get a reroll to push your luck? Bearing in mind, if you fail that reroll, it will be a critical failure.
Let's do that.
You want to risk the critical failure?
Yes, let's be a bit crazy.
Okay.
Is it just one luck point?
Yeah, you only spend one luck point and get a reroll.
this point, I feel like I'm very much caught up in my head and anything could happen. Well, that's a 70, unfortunately, so still no good.
In that case, your first awareness of something falling from the sky and connecting with you is when it connects with you. You don't hear it, you certainly don't see it in the dark, but you feel it. Something heavy crashing into your shoulder, paralyzing your left arm, or that's what it feels like right now, and then smacking with a thump into the snow, which is not enough to cushion the body from hitting the concrete underneath. Could you roll 1d6, please? That is how much damage you've taken to your arm. And regardless, your left arm is dislocated.
And I take 5 damage.
Ouch, your arm is probably broken.
Yeah. Alright, and that's from the max HP then, right?
Yep. And what is your max HP?
It's 12. So I would have
much
to
higher, you might have landed on your head.
Yeah.
Okay, so what does that roll mean? Something heavy just flew from the sky, plummeted even, smacked into your left side, right on your shoulder and shoulder bone, bounced as much as it could, it was a large weight, into the snow, smacking against the concrete. You stumble back, shooting pain going up from your fingertips to your shoulder and back down again. Good God, you have not felt pain like this since you shot yourself in the foot.
I just give out a big scream. I just lean back at whatever's there, clasping my shoulder and my arm. Help! Help!
You thud against the wall of the building beside you. It's reassuring to have something that supports you, but even resting sends another jolt of pain through your arm that makes you instinctively step forward again. Your eyes clear, the sort of haze of pain that's currently coming in from around the edges clears enough for you to see the body that is on the ground before you. I'm not going to make you roll, Hjalmar. You recognise Eddie Flaherty.
It's him. It's the cop. I look up. Where did he fall from?
You're up against a building that's about 6 stories in height. The front of it is marked up as a factory. Looks like at some point this was a bottling plant. But they probably haven't bottled anything for the last few years due to prohibition. Can I ask you to make a spot hidden roll now? I am going to say it's a hard spot hidden because it is dark. Yeah. Which means you have to roll less than half of your spot hidden.
That's 66 over 12.
That's a failure then. So again, you can by all means spend a point of luck if you want to risk a critical failure. Or if you want to spend a whole raft of luck, you can, of course, reduce the spend, what would that be, 44 luck to get a success. May not be worth it.
No, I think my eyes are clouded. I can't really perceive anything right now. I look up the 6 stories and down again. I scream. I start screaming for help.
It takes longer than you would like. It's about 40 seconds before someone pokes their head out of a building just up the road away. Looks like a store that was closed up. Seeing you, at first you can tell the look on this woman's face is this man drunk? Is he on drugs? Is he violent? But then when it's clear you're injured, she calls out to someone maybe in her family behind her, and then there's a pair of women running across the road in your direction. But while that is going on, Danny, you've typed up your article. Yes, you've got 3 names now you've got something substantive about this Order of the Silver Twilight, maybe. I mean, this is definitely a story. 3 people going missing related to one secret society.
Exactly. This is interesting stuff. And, at the end of the day, if it's all a load of baloney, it's a load of baloney. But the whole point is it's a better story than, I don't know, some animal show.
Well, it's time once again to take the march up to Horace Joyce's office.
I'm playing a dangerous game, I know, because I've waited till literally we've only got maybe like an hour left of the working day. So I'm almost giving him an ultimatum. I mean, again, if he really throws it away, he throws it away. But I'm thinking to myself, come on, I've had Patty check it over. This is a good bit of gossip story, and people like that. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not always a fan of that sort of thing. I like truth, actual truth. But, these days, sometimes you need to write what people want. And sometimes, lately, people want exciting gossip, murders, celebrity affairs, big new movies, crimes, that sort of thing. So I go in, bold as brass. I say, so I made some changes to the article, like you said.
You know the drill. Pass me your papers, take a seat outside.
I pass him the paper and I go outside. Again, I'm optimistic. Surely he's gotta bite this one. Again, I didn't actually mention police and police names. That's stupid. But I have, jazzed it up a little. Say this could be something big, and shouldn't someone look into this? The Boston Globe wants answers.
Sullivan! In here.
I step in the office.
Close the door. Have a seat.
Now, I know what you're gonna say, but...
Oh, well, in that case, you can save your side, can't you? Listen, you clearly didn't hear me earlier, so let me illustrate to you exactly what I mean by spiking a story. He has a spike on his desk. He gets your article, and he gently places it over the tip of the spike before slowly sliding it down. Now, I like you, Sullivan. You showed a lot of pluck ever since you came here. You're a bit of a wild card. All of that. Could have seen you rise to a main feature someday. But what you've clearly shown me today is you cannot take orders from an editor. And at the Boston Globe, we have standards. I told you to report on the animal show. You came back with this same tut that you came to me with about, 3 hours ago? And what were you thinking? Push it up to the deadline so I won't have a choice? Believe me, Sullivan, I would rather print another comic strip or some commentary on the sports than print this. And what's more, I would rather do that than keep you hired. So, as I say, I like you, which is why I'm only firing you.
Mr. Roy, hell, you can't fire me.
It's Joyce. You've been working here for what now, and you keep calling me Royce. I don't know who in your life you care about so much that's called Royce, but it ain't me, and you ain't working here no more. So get your things. Tell Patty on the way out so she can write something to cover your ass.
I feel a bit of anger coming over me, but at the end of the day, I'm not that sort of guy. Though this is highly outrageous. Firing me over the story, that's completely... I'm sure my contract says something on the likewise, but I'm not going to get this sorted now. I go over, I'll snatch my article off the spike. You're making a mistake, Mr. Joyce. I swear, this is a good story, and if this ends up in another paper, you're gonna...
If this ends up in another paper... Listen, Sullivan, I need you to read between the lines, as they say downstairs. I like you. I'm doing you a favor by firing you. If you get this printed, well, I guess we'll see, won't we? He sits back, lights up. Patty! In here next! You can go. I'll tell Paddy. Time's wasting, Mr. Sullivan.
Yeah, Mr. Joyce. Yeah. I'm walking. And I storm out of the office. I am angry and annoyed and... God damn it. I need... My rent is due soon. Hell!
Patty walks past you, looking down as if counting her shoelaces as she does so. She is embarrassed. She obviously feels like she's got you into this position. Maybe she has. She doesn't give you a sorry. I mean, that's imprinted over her expression, what limited part of it you can see. But she shuffles on by in the direction of Joyce's office.
Don't give her a look. It's not her fault. She's a good lady. This is just utter nonsense. Shit, did that guy say he knew people? Maybe I can wrangle something off him. And I don't know. I need to go home, get my head together. This is outrageous. I try to read between the lines. What? Are these fucking Freemasons his bosses or something? Have I riled up someone? Well, fuck. Well, screw that. That ain't how journalism works. I don't care who I rile up. Bar the police, of course.
And so you grab your coat, your cap, your small number of personal belongings from your desk, and you head on.
Yeah, head on home. This is not a good day. I don't want to call my father and get money off him. I don't do that. I don't need his money. I'm my own self-made man. But, shit, maybe I'll give this other guy a call. Order of the Silver Twilight. Fuck them. Hey, they don't want papers written about them? Well, I'm gonna write something. I don't care if I have to go to another paper. But obviously I'm gonna need... If they're actually going for another whole entire newspaper, I need far more than gossip. God damn it.
And so you make your way home knowing, as you say, that the rent is due very, very soon indeed. Not really sure what went wrong there, but sure that there is something to it, maybe even a deeper story still than the one you've written so far. And that just leaves Detective Moore, who is currently doing the rounds trying to trace the footsteps of his partner Eddie Flaherty. You head by his home, as you said you would, Lewis. His wife invites you in. Oh, spend some time with the kids. You know they love you.
Oh, I'd love to. But I really need to find Eddie.
Oh, you know what he's like. He's probably found a speakeasy and he's just testing it for its quality, shall we say.
Of course, yes. I have to make sure that... yes, I'll leave it at that. When I find him, I'll make sure he comes right home. You take care of the kids, and I'll see you later.
Yeah, no, we'll see you. And you have to stop by for dinner soon, Lou.
Oh, I'd love to. I'd love to. Your cooking is excellent.
Well, thank you very much. And she bids you goodbye. The kids shout at you through the front window. Bye-bye, Mr. Moore.
I wave at them, and waving at them, of course, there's that feeling in my heart. I see my son among the children there. He was only 4 when his life ended. He was supposed to have an entire life ahead of him. I just try to shake that feeling because I can't do anything about it. It keeps coming back. It's the first thing I think about in the morning and the last thing I think about before I go to bed. And I've gone through it all so many times. But it doesn't help bring him back. But one thing that will is finding that arsonist. I will. But before then, I need to find Eddie. So I'll start heading for Cambridge then, because if he's not at home, then he must still be either there or on the way back from there. I'm sure I'll find him.
Indeed, while your search for Eddie Flaherty is fruitless, you are able to, of course, trace the location of that registered Hermetic Order. Maybe he's outside, maybe he's having a conversation with someone, maybe he's popped in for a drink, who knows. But you do find the lodge. It's a wonderful building. much like many buildings in Cambridge, completely detached from its surroundings. Gardens around it. It is almost thinner at the bottom than it is at the top. It sort of expands outward with great box windows and vaulted rooftops with multiple peaks. Looks like something out of a fairy tale almost, but not unusual in Cambridge. There's a lot of very well-to-do people here. Interestingly, looking at it as you are now, you could see how this could make for a very appealing lodge for a Freemason-like guild or order. There's something ominous and leering, looming about this building and the windows that all arc upwards and end in points. Sadly, no sign of Eddie, although there are lights on within the lodge. You can stop by if you want.
Given that I'm here, I suppose having a look is... well, that would be just fine. I have my badge, if anyone asks. I'm police here on official business. So, yeah, I'll try to check things out from the outside first and just kind of see what I can find out. I'm not quite ready to necessarily go in and confront people, so let's just see what we can learn by having a look around first.
You walk the perimeter as much as you can without stepping upon their property. It's a 3-story building. It looks pretty old. I mean, it was probably built at the end of the last century, all told. And as you walk by, you realise you can't see in through any of the windows. They've got a sort of stained glass and frosted effect on many of them. Clearly security is paramount to this group. There is a fire escape that stretches from the 3rd floor down to the ground, though it is a descending staircase in that you would need to apply pressure or pull down for it to actually collapse and for you to be able to climb it. The front door, which has a small step leading up to it, is large, imposing, as if built for people a foot taller than most humans. There is a ringer on the door, should you wish to get anyone's attention from within.
Well, I am here, after all. Perhaps I can just go and ask for Mr. Carstairs and Miss Wilde and see if they're here. Who knows? What harm could it do? So yes, I will go up to the door and I'll ring the door.
You hear a thud, thud, thud of footsteps. The door opens all the way. Standing there is a thick-set man with a moustache that is almost as thick as he is. He has hefty biceps covered in naval tattoos. His hair is slicked back. His eyes, a dull, lifeless grey. The fact that his forearms are exposed in this cold weather imply that the inside of this lodge is quite warm and snug on this January night, certainly.
I'll show my badge. I'm Detective Moore with Boston PD.
That's nice.
I was, we're investigating a missing persons case, you see, and we're looking for some people who were apparently supposed to head here. Mr. Carstairs and Miss Wilde. Would you happen to know if they made it here?
I'm sure I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, do you know who might know, then?
Your accent, you're from, Bowmore, aren't you?
You got keen ears, yeah. Yes, I'm from Baltimore.
Me as well. There's, what a coincidence.
It's a small world.
That it is. Seems small all the time, right?
Yeah, sure does. Sure does. But instead of reminiscing about Baltimore, why don't we... And then I look at this man and... Could it be? Is it... Could this be? No. Of course it couldn't be. I mean... No. I just find myself sort of staring at him a little bit too long, probably.
Officer? Detective?
As I was saying, is there someone who might know where these individuals, if these individuals have come to visit? If you haven't heard their names, is there someone else who's often here?
Do you have a warrant?
No, of course. But I mean, would that be necessary? We're just looking for missing people. I mean, you don't have anything to hide, do you?
What's the names of these people again?
Landon Carstairs and Lois Wilde.
No one here by those names. I'm on the door most days. I could tell you if there was a Landon Carstairs or a Lois Wilde here, and there ain't.
What about a Philip Carstairs, then? His father?
You are well informed, Detective Moore. Yeah, there's a Philip Carstairs. He ain't here right now, though.
Huh. I see. Well, we're looking for them. They're missing, and
That's very sad.
It sure is. So if they happen to turn up here, they're supposed to come here, then well, you can point them to Boston PD. Will be mighty grateful.
You'll be the first people I call.
All right. Well, nice meeting you, I say as I begin backing away.
You too. Give my regards to Beemore if you make your way back.
Will do. I smile, trying to make this interaction come across as having been, perfectly normal and pleasant. I don't want to...
Make a spot hidden roll as you turn around and smile.
I roll a 24 under 60.
Excellent. That is more than a hard success. As you do so, and he stands there, his arms folded, you notice something about his hands, as well as the tattoos on his fingers. His knuckles, they're swollen, bloody and scuffed. Like he's been in a fist fight, probably today, that it looks fresh. He turns around and closes the door.
Something really off about this place. Wonder if Eddie came here. I think to myself, I'll continue looking around the general area. I mean, perhaps I might even ask around and see if anyone's seen Eddie. I don't necessarily want to ask this man anything else. I got a really bad vibe from him.
You spend much the rest of the evening asking around, has anyone seen Eddie Flaherty? Eventually you find a kind old lady who spends most of her time in her front window watching the comings and goings in Cambridge. She invites you in. She would love for you to stay for tea. She even brings out her tea set as soon as it becomes apparent that you're prepared to chat with her. But in the end, you only really need one thing from her, and that is, have you seen Eddie Flaherty? And she nods. Oh yes, police officer, handsome man, a little closer to my age than yours, I imagine. Yes, he walked by earlier today around lunchtime. Actually, I said handsome man, had one of those sticks. What do you call them?
A baton?
Yes. Looked like he knew how to use it. But yes, he was by the big house on the corner. She gestures in the direction of the lodge.
Oh, he visited there, did he?
That's right, and he was in there. I'm not a nosy woman. I just care about the community. I, like to know who's passing by and what they're doing, and if anyone's doing anything that might disrupt Cambridge, because Cambridge is a very protected place. We need to keep it safe from the disreputable elements, of Boston. But he was gone, I would say, around 30 minutes to an hour. Came out again. So he arrived, I think, in a cab. He left as well in a cab with someone else. And yep, that was it. They were gone. Probably about, I would say, 1 o'clock.
Did you happen to see who the cabbie was? Someone you happen to know? Someone local?
I'm afraid not, dear. I don't know who the cabbie was. He was a very muscular man, though. I've seen him about, too. Looks quite rough, like a bodyguard or sailor.
A lot of naval tattoos?
Yes, I thought so. He was surprisingly bare-armed in this cool weather. I thought he'd catch a chill. You know, pneumonia has no grace for youth and vitality. My husband, he died of pneumonia.
Oh, you don't say. Yeah, it's a dreadful disease. I'm a little bit distracted when I'm listening because it sounds like Eddie Flaherty got in a car with, well, this man who has bloody knuckles and who's clearly been in a fight, and that's not good. So this cab, did you happen to see where it drove off to? I guess that would be away from here, I suppose. But
yeah, she points in a direction that could certainly take you back to Boston. I mean, there are any number of roads that could do that.
Well, look, I'd really like to find my friend. If there's anything else you can... You've been very helpful already, but if there's anything else...
Yes, of course, and next time you'll have to stop for tea properly.
Oh, I'd love to. It's very lovely, and you know, it's people like you that are the bedrock of communities like Cambridge, keeping us all safe. You make our jobs so much easier within the police. So thank you so much.
She smiles and reveals she reveals 2 rows of brown needle-like teeth. They have been worn away by excessive sugar and who knows what. Why, thank you, dear. I don't suppose you'd be looking for lodgings, would you? You know, I have a spare room here. It's very comfortable. It's within reach of the university.
I'm sure it is. Thank you for the offer. I'll just need to see if I can find my friend. Again, it was very lovely chatting to you, and I hope we'll see each other again.
I'm sure we will, dear. I'm sure we will.
And I'll begin leaving then, having learned some rather distressing information about where Eddie has gone.
You have listened to an episode of Red Moon Roleplaying, where we play Shadows of Yog-Sothoth for Call of Cthulhu 7th edition. Joining us as our keeper is none other than our dear friend Matthew Dawkins. The music was made by Cryochamber, featuring tracks from their Lovecraftian compilation albums. Check out their website at cryochamber.bandcamp.com or their YouTube channel for some moody dark ambient for your gaming table. We'd like to give massive thanks to our champions of the Red Moon, Martin Heuschober, Simon Cooper, Julia, Camilla, Bob Lange, Cameron, Graham Barey, Dick Thomson, Lily, Mike Parker, Maciej, Black Templar, Dennis Sadecki, and Leonhardt for their generous support. And we'd of course also like to thank all of our other patrons. Without your support, the show would not be possible. If you want early access to our content and to hear raw versions of our recordings right after we've done them, or get your name announced as a champion of the Red Moon, do check out our high-level tiers on Patreon. It's a great way to get more Red Moon roleplaying in your life and to help us keep the show going. Thank you again for listening, and remember, past, present, future are all one in Yog-Sothoth.